Did you know? Whether it is a fan, a refrigerator, a water pump, or an industrial motor, one of the most critical materials inside is the coil. And this coil is made of nothing else but copper or aluminum. Many people say that since copper is more expensive, it must be better. And since aluminum is cheaper, it must mean cutting corners. But is that really the case? Today, let's explain clearly the differences between copper wire motors and aluminum wire motors. First, the role of the motor coil is like the blood vessels of energy. No matter what kind of motor it is, the principle is the same. Electricity generates a magnetic field, and the magnetic field drives rotation. The coil is the source of this magnetic field. It is responsible for allowing current to flow and producing magnetic force. Therefore, the material of this wire determines the motor's efficiency, heat generation, and lifespan, just as blood vessels determine human health. Next, let's look at copper wire motors. Copper is an excellent conductor. Its characteristics are high conductivity, about 60% higher than aluminum. Strong oxidation resistance, meaning it does not corrode easily. Good thermal conductivity for fast heat dissipation. And excellent ductility, so it does not break easily. Simply put, copper wire motors have the best electrical efficiency. They have low resistance, less heat generation, and low power loss. And they can withstand higher temperatures and currents. This is why high-end motors, industrial servo motors, and air conditioner compressors mostly use copper wire. Does that mean aluminum wire is definitely bad? Actually, not necessarily. The characteristics of aluminum wire are that it is less dense than copper and lighter in weight. The price is cheap, about 1/3 that of copper, making it low cost and easy to mass produce. Although the conductivity is lower, this can be compensated for by increasing the wire diameter. In other words, if designed well, the efficiency of an aluminum wire motor can approach that of a copper wire motor, while the price is significantly cheaper. This is why many home appliances, small fans, and water pumps will use aluminum wire motors due to cost considerations. Let's actually compare the differences between copper and aluminum. First, conductivity. Copper wins. With the same wire thickness, copper has lower resistance. If using aluminum, the wire diameter must be increased to compensate. Second, heat dissipation capability. Copper dissipates heat faster and does not overheat easily. Aluminum dissipates heat slowly and has a higher temperature rise. Third, weight. Aluminum is lighter, allowing motors to be smaller and more lightweight, which is an advantage for small appliances. Fourth, cost. Aluminum is much cheaper. For motors of the same power, the cost can be 20% to 30% less. Fifth, lifespan and stability. Copper wire has high heat resistance and solid welding points, usually resulting in a longer lifespan. Aluminum wire oxidizes easily and is difficult to weld, which may lead to poor contact over long-term use. Why is there an impression that aluminum wire motors are inferior? This is actually a bad reputation left by early aluminum wire motors. In the past, aluminum wire motor designs were rough, with wires that were too thin and had poor insulation, leading to easy burnouts, insufficient power, and short lifespans. But modern manufacturing technology has improved significantly. Aluminum wires now use copper-clad aluminum CCA structures to improve conductivity. New insulating varnishes can withstand high temperatures, and automated winding provides higher precision. So, modern aluminum wire motors perform quite well in low-power applications, and can even pass international energy efficiency certifications. Why do some factories still insist on using copper? Because for large industrial motors, every bit of efficiency improvement represents huge savings. For example, a 10 horsepower motor running 8 hours a day for 300 days a year, where the loss in copper wire is 2% less than in aluminum wire, can save thousands of kilowatt-hours of electricity. Therefore, in heavy industry, servo control, and precision machining fields, copper wire motors are still the mainstream. What is the future trend? Now, compromise solutions like copper-clad aluminum wire are appearing on the market. It has copper on the outside and aluminum on the inside, combining the advantages of conductivity and lightweight. And with the progress of materials engineering, the efficiency of aluminum wire motors is approaching that of copper wire motors. and some designs can even achieve over 90% performance. The final choice still depends on the usage. For small household appliance motors, aluminum wire is more cost-effective. For industrial high-efficiency needs, copper wire is more stable.